everybody, and welcome to the show. I just want to come over here and make sure everything's going to go through well on YouTube because they've been changing stuff again. Oh, it's working. Good. Awesome. All right, guys. Welcome to the show for Halloween Eve. It is the eve of Halloween, my oily friend from New Zealand.
Is that a thing? Halloween Eve? Do we celebrate that? Is that a thing?
I don't think so, but I just made it a thing.
Oh, it is. It is now.
It is now because,
Yeah.
Halloween means All Hallows Eve on its own. See, so I was Eving is what I was
Oh,
doing.
that's spooky.
It
It's
was
actually Halloween where I am. So. Oh shit! It's my granddad's birthday. Ah.
Oh
Shit.
no, your
Dixon,
grandfather's
man.
born on Halloween. That teaches me a lot. I understand now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Yeah. But yeah, no, of course for you and I it is Halloween, and I
Mm.
have a big bunch of have a lot of classes today when we're all doing Halloween parties in there. So I'm going to be absolutely exhausted at the end of this day for damn sure. But it's all right. Tomorrow, though, we are going to be having our Halloween show for you guys in the West, and of course, that's going to involve the Drawn Along Fan Edition or Ultimate Edition. I do apologize, and of course, we're doing Gore
Mhm.
Porn Booster. Gore
Oh,
Porn.
that's go up. Oh, that's just horrific.
Yeah.
I just want to do big titty monster girls.
Well, you can put requests in. I'm sure some will listen.
Uh,
That'll be
I
fun.
already have. People have sided with me. It's so unofficially. I think my ideas come into fruition.
I see. So you've been working behind my back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Ah, you bastard. All right, fine, fine.
yeah.
And Dina says, "Oh no." Trusty Sidekick
Mhm.
says salutations. Well, hello, sir. How you doing? I
Hello
never
there.
remember anyone's birthday. I don't think you're supposed
Yeah.
to remember his grandpa's birthday. I'm sure that you're safe on that, Dina. It's all right.
It's pretty easy to remember it when it's on Halloween.
That's
Yeah.
true. Well, both
Uh,
my kids I tried to shoot for Halloween.
where are you trying to shoot your kids?
No, no, that was a sex joke, Booster.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot your
yeah,
jizz.
yeah,
All right,
yes.
all
That's
right.
that's what that was. Yeah. But I came so close too, dude. My
I'm
daughter
so
was
sorry to
born
hear
on
that.
Well, my daughter was born on October 4th, right? And then my
Mm-hmm.
son, the next one, I was trying to be more tactical and more mathematical. And
Mm-hmm.
his due date was on actual Halloween. So I was like, "Yay!" Had my hands up. I was all excited. But then my we took my daughter in for her 2-year checkup, and of course they found she had leukemia. So that just
Oh,
threw us into a very stressful situation, which stressed out my wife, of
shit.
course. And she ended up going 2 weeks over that, and they had to induce her because they were worried. So
God, you
it's
should pulled the little boss out. You get out of here. Ugh.
yeah, but I was
You're
so
being
close
born
though.
now if you like it or not.
Yeah, right. But oh well, I tried. But boy,
Oh
girl,
well.
done. So
Mm-hmm.
finished.
Trusty Psychic is asking if we're doing Al Gore porn.
We could. That could be interesting. Having him be
Super
bald.
ethereal.
I would love to see someone draw him getting mauled by a polar bear. That'd be quite ironic.
I was gonna say a man beer pig, but I don't think you get that one here.
No, no, that's a
There's a
completely
the
Australian
South.
thing.
It's a,
Yeah.
no, it's a South Park thing. There's a whole episode about how Al Gore pig was warning everyone. Al Gore was warning everyone about how the man bear pig is going to get them.
Oh, did he? Okay, I didn't. I've seen some South
A
Park, but I'm not
super
a
ethereal.
super serious. Oh, I see. I've seen a few South Park. It is funny, but I'm not a I'm not a
It's a
cultist
great episode.
member of it. Yeah. But nevertheless, guys, it looks like we have no Denali today. Although I do have his news prepared, and I did read it, so
Yep.
we're good. We're good to
What?
go for that.
Where's Dinale? What's he doing?
I
Doesn't he
don't
know
know.
this is more important than whatever he has?
I don't know. Jennifer H is in
Ah,
here. Hello, Jennifer. How you doing? But we're going to definitely jump over and do ourselves some news here, guys. We have some interesting things to talk about, so I'm looking forward to it. And let's not waste any more time. Let's get right over and do it. And I will say hello to George real quick, though. Hi, George.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Are you very angry today, or just kind of angry?
I'm very angry. You spent so much time on Booster and not even a fraction of the time on me. And I
Well,
had some great jokes lined up too.
oh, I see. Well,
I'm not
I
going to say them
I
now. I'm
I
not going to
like
say
him
them.
better, George. I'm sorry.
oh, that was just cruel.
That's just mean. Yeah.
Just give George some of his time. Give George
Okay,
some of his time, so
No, no,
so
it's
he,
okay.
he
It's okay.
stops sulking.
I had great jokes, but I'm not gonna
that's
say anything
okay.
about
Let's hear him. Shoot, fire him
it. No,
away.
no, it's fine.
Okay, good.
Oh, look what
We
you've done,
no,
Chester.
I
Look what you've
I
done.
I take pride in it. I think I've saved us
No.
all. All right, here we go.
Oh, you are.
We're going to start
Oh
out today with
no.
more sad news here on the eve of Halloween. And John Witherspoon, for the Friday actor, which I don't think I've ever seen Friday, but I know him from was it Brooklyn a Vampire or something like that with Eddie
Mhm.
Murphy. He's a pretty funny guy actually.
I
He
haven't been this bummed out since Robin Williams.
really, it
Yeah.
doesn't hit me as hard as that, but he is a funny guy, but he lived a good life. 77 years isn't bad. It would have been nice if been able to get into those 80s, but it's not a young man, so it's not one of those
Yeah.
kind of tragedy type of things. But he's really funny though. He does
He's
that old
hilarious.
man really well, right?
Hmm.
And what did he do in
So,
Friday? I never watched that movie.
he plays one of the main characters' fathers, I believe, and he was quite a strong father figure in there. I still haven't watched it either, but that's what a lot of people know him from. I know him from the Boondocks, where
Oh,
he
I see.
plays
Yeah.
the granddad, and he is one of the absolute funniest characters in that.
Oh no, he's a funny
And
guy. Really funny. Yeah.
his voice acting, his delivery, timing, it's all perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like I said, I've seen him. He's a character actor. He's in a lot of movies actually. But
Yeah.
I know Friday was a big hit. I just never did watch that one. I guess it's not my generation, but nevertheless, Mr. Witherspoon, I've enjoyed a lot of your stuff, and I think a lot of us have. Safe journeys and all. But
Hmm.
we've had a lot of dead celebrities this year, dude. It's a big
Yeah.
list, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, well,
It is a shame.
it's life, but it just seems much. But then again, I didn't before. I didn't do a daily news show, so maybe it's not maybe it's normal level. I don't know. But yeah, because we try to cover and we want to show respect, and give that. I think that's a fair announcement to give out. So I think the biggest one that's hit me this year so far was Sid Haig, actually. you
Hmm.
know and I covered it here because I would have covered it anyway, but I was really shocked that hardly anyone talked about the death of Sid Haig. That dude has been in so many TV and movie stuff. It's just I just couldn't believe it. I mean, that was a major actor passed away and hardly anyone cared. Oh well, that old man is amazing. Yeah, he is. He's funny, real funny.
Hmm.
But anyway, rest in peace, sir. Condolences to the family, and oh well, more death.
Safe journeys, granddad.
Hmm. Well, that's what he played so well. He did the old
Hmm.
man so well. Yeah.
Hmm.
But
To
moving
me,
on,
he will always be granddad. That's
is that Boondocks?
yeah, yeah.
I see. All right, cool. Let me move over here to our first bit of news. And today we're coming from the Splintering, which I don't know what this site is. And this was put up by Somali, I think, or this could have been Paul. No, I think this was Somali. But anyway, this is talking about a new Lovecraftian horror that is coming from Deltres and Gills are bringing this to Indiegogo. Now, that's a little bit different. Normally, what we'll do is have a guest on and talk about an Indiegogo in depth, which is cool. We want to support creators here. It's just a very happy thing we do, and I love being part of that. This was put up as an article, and I was like, oh, let's check this out. And I love Lovecraft as well, so it's kind of a different way to look at an Indiegogo. But let's take a look. We have Gilbert uh, Del Trez. I don't know him offhand, and J.L. Giles. Under the Flesh. Oh, okay. The Deep
Hmm.
Dark, a standalone horror comic featuring bikini babes, tentacles, and Lovecraftian influences. Sold?
You interviewed the
Hmm.
guy. It's the Grom character, the creator.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it
Oh.
is.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, we've interviewed a lot of people here, but I like the look of the book, and I love Lovecraft stuff. That's a beautiful woman they've got there. It's very, very well drawn. Um, and it's Lovecraftian, which is always good. So this is Lovecraft meets Jaws. All right. Well, I kind of felt that Jaws was taking off on some of the Lovecraftian stuff anyway. So, all right, as you like. Looks like they get a $10 digital version, and the physical copy start at 15. So it's not super expensive. It's only a 30-page one shot. And if you look at the art here, it's very beautiful. So it looks like it's going to be black and white, unless they can. I'm assuming it probably has a level where it might get colored. What do you think about that, Booster? Do you like black and white books, or you kind of shun it?
Like, I don't mind either way. I just like a good book.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would prefer it to be colored, but if it's black and white, it's not a deal breaker.
yeah. But see, I'll take a really well drawn black and white over a poorly drawn or a poorly colored
Oh yeah,
book. For sure.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Now this is interesting. In the net, there we got a bunch of body parts that have been squared. That's interesting.
That looks like a Pikachu tail.
It does, doesn't it? Looks just like a
Yeah.
Pikachu tail. That's probably a reference. Let's see something. Oh, he's gone. He's dead. Oh, we got sexy girls. Ooh, lounging.
Oh, and
That's a
titties
full
out.
that's a full body girl we got there, Booster. What do you think
Yeah,
about
it's
that?
got a lot of curvaceous bit. Hey, I like to go with lots of bits to hold on to.
You do? All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Lots of body to have Cthulhu sink his teeth into.
That's true.
yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Me personally, I
Yeah.
like an athletic lady. But
Mhm.
that's just me. But yeah, no, she's definitely full figured here. The art is great, Slick. Don't you think?
Yeah, this is good. This looks good. I think even
It's
black and
great
white
art.
would be all right. It would be fun if they could, you know, get colored. But I mean,
Yeah.
that depends again, like you said, on the colorist.
Well, if you look at the coloring they're doing here, I think it's really good. I like the subtleness of it, of this cover here. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's a really nice one. It looks very watercolored,
it
and I like
does,
that.
but it works. Yeah, it's pretty. So this is called the Dark Deep, or the Deep Dark, sorry. And yeah, you might want to go check it out. I don't know much about it. It sounds like I have spoken to these guys before, which is awesome. But I just thought it was kind of cool. Someone put it up on our FanSpeak page on Facebook, and I was like, oh, let's do that. So yeah,
Supposedly, Pistolera, at least this is the scuttlebutt I think I heard, got optioned for something. So, um,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what we want to hear. We want to hear more of that. But yeah, go check it out, guys. The Deep Dark. Nice. And of course, continuing here on, we have a kind of, this is a new set of a couple of stories here in a row, but I thought it's really interesting because we have J.J. Abrams in talks with HBO Max about new projects and why he selected Warner Media as Bad Robot's new home. Now, we know that HBO Max, Warner Brothers, of course, are they're putting a serious attempt forward here to challenge Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. And bringing J.J. Abrams in, what do you think? Is that a positive or a negative, Booster?
He sucks. I don't know what to tell you.
I concur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I think his lens flares will add a lot of production value to their product.
Well, sometimes they
Yeah.
are appropriate, and it's like you have
Well,
to
no, I'm
know.
giving a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah,
But he relies on a lot of gimmicks and
he does.
his tropes and like his mystery
Copies.
boxes and all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's
Like,
dumb.
dude, learn to do an ending and don't string people along. Learn to how to layer things and leave clues, which he doesn't know how to do. Um, he
No, he's
he's a
not.
lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. Everybody thought he was going to be the next Spielberg. I think he's a bad carbon copy of Spielberg or any one of those new school
He's a hack.
directors.
He's a hack.
Yeah,
It's like,
basically,
Yeah, he is.
Disney
Yeah.
has no threat level on this guy.
Well,
but the
you
mhm.
know what the thing is, though. He's a cinematographer, is what he is, and he does that pretty well.
Well, there's a lot of great cinematographers I think are better than him.
No, I'd agree. I'd agree.
Right. But this article, more why I chose it, Chester, is
Uh-huh.
because he's kind of trying to showcase why he's important to Warner Media. Say, hey guys, you bought me for a lot of money because I have great ideas, and I'm going to add a lot of value to it. And he's already trying to spin the narrative before the debacle of not the Last Jedi, but the Rise of Skywalker
Hmm.
comes out in theater, and everybody sees how how messed up it is. So this really is saying, hey, I have valued the last Star Wars film doesn't reflect me. You saw me. I've been bringing out a $1 billion production. That's what you bought me. So
Yeah.
I will totally eat crow in my hat if the Rise of Skywalker is good. I will. I mean, it would be. I'd be actually happy if you put together a good movie and somehow fixed all the garbage that has happened. However, I don't think that's going to happen. Um,
Well,
you know,
it's too disorganized, dude. It has no direction. But well, of course, we'll see what happens when it comes out. Actually, Denali, when I read this article, I felt
mhm.
it more as a threat, actually, because he's sitting there talking about his Monde that
Yeah,
he has coming out, which is some kind of sci-fi fantasy drama. All right, and but then of course they continue to talk about another project that already has going on with them, which is Westworld. And me personally, I wouldn't mention that at all because the first season of Westworld was phenomenal. The second season was as bad as the first one was good. I mean, it's
right.
shocking how bad that got.
When you say it that
Yeah,
way, Chester, this is giving me Vietnam flashbacks of Bendis is coming, and now
It
Abrams
is,
is
dude.
coming,
yeah. That's what it is. That's basically what it is.
and
You
he's
know,
gonna leave a
you
miss.
because we see the writing on the wall.
Mhm.
What's going to happen? And this is him trying to say, "Hey, this is why I'm good." But everybody with a mind and common sense, this is like Booster said, this is JJ's coming to destroy everything that you hold dear.
Is what it feels like.
Especially,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially now that they have officially launched HBO Max with the prices and everything, and what they, all this news that's been coming out in the last couple of days, which has been bonkers.
It has been. It has been. But I mean, it continues to be a threat. If you read the article, it actually sounds like a threat to me, and I'm not joking, actually, because Jordan Peele, he's the fellow that did Get Out and Us, right? That's that
That's
guy.
correct, sir.
That's right.
And the
Uh, and the
Twilight
Twilight
Zone.
Zone. Now, I mean, so there's three things I know him from. Get Out was okay. It was nothing wrong with it. Us was bad. Twilight Zone was abominable, right? And this
Right.
dude is bringing something as well with J.J. Abrams, I guess, another thing is going on. It's called Lovecraft Country. Okay, more Lovecraft. I like Lovecraft, but listen to the synopsis, the quick little synopsis here. Set in the Jim Crow South with an American horror story like vibe.
Oh boy.
Really?
Oh boy.
hey, look, it looks like there's a Juicy Smoliere's sister there is going to be, nepotized into this.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, goodness
I mean,
gracious, dude.
I mean, if you think about it, HBO wants something about the South. They were going to green light the Confederate, which is where with the two duos who admitted that they didn't know what they were doing for
Oh,
Games
they
of
did.
Thrones.
They did. Yeah. The
Oh my
D
God!
D and D. That's their name.
Hmm
Yes,
I, I,
Dumb and
I don't think an American Horror Story set in the South is actually that bad an idea,
It
but
could be fun,
I just
but
don't. I don't want to have all the political overtones. Just play it straight. You know, address the issues of the time and work with it. And yeah, maybe something that could be cool. I mean,
I
yeah, but you
no.
know this Jordan Peele guy. He's all about the politics, dude. Have you seen
If
his movies?
yeah, I know.
if it was 20 years ago, I would totally be on board for this. But no,
Yeah, and
no.
particularly I mean, like I said, Get Out was fine. There was nothing wrong with that movie. But we see what he does with a serialized type of TV show with Twilight Zone, and that was really bad. I mean, I don't know how you screw up that formula. It's pretty easy, but he screwed it up, and you know, obviously the politics is coming at you because they didn't say it was set in the South. It was set in the Confederacy. It was set in whatever. It's in the Jim Crow South. So I guess it's going to be very anti-democrat. Is that what it's going to be? Get them Democrats?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
Well,
be against that.
time out.
Well, they'll probably do some revisionist history and make all the Klan Republican.
probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because if we're doing the Jim Crow South, then South Democrats were all on top of that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
I would make a statement that's probably very controversial, and YouTube's algorithm is going to hate me. But I would say that the Jim Crow laws from the Democrats, which were harmful to black people for sure, I say that the civil rights movement and all the laws that came out of that were just a continuation of the Jim Crow laws. Personally, I think they're more insidious. Actually, Jim Crow was straight up. The civil
Well,
rights stuff was
I think the
hidden.
war on poverty was definitely something that was designed to keep the black man down
Yeah, oh yeah,
and have
absolutely.
them have them cheering it on as they did it. It's
Yeah.
strange.
Do you know how many black children they talk about the black people murdering themselves in the street week after week, which they do. Which obviously something needs to be done. They need to have a sit down and a come to Jesus moment in that community for damn sure. But you know who's killed the most black people in a
The,
sense civil rights? Freaking Planned
Margaret Sanger,
Parenthood. Yeah, right. Parenthood,
just like
major
she
killer
set
of
out
black
to do.
people. Oh yeah, get rid of them blacks. She was very bigoted. Yeah, and that's the
Oh, and
thing.
some of her statements are as bad as anything that came out of Nazi Germany.
Oh yeah, dude. And I don't understand why. I mean, I understand that when they came over with the socialists, and particularly we had a lot of spies over from Russia. We're talking way back, like in the 30s and stuff. But that they really tried to prey upon the black community, and they successfully did so, because you have black people in America that vote Democrat and won't even think about it. It's like an automatic, and it's like, what have they ever done for you, dude? What has the Democratic Party ever done for the black people in America? Ever?
Well, I mean, just like Trump said. I mean, I'm not a huge Trump guy, but I mean, he said, "What have you got to lose?" And some people are listening now.
Yeah. Well, Trump
But
has done more for
like,
them in the history of
yeah,
America than
in like
anybody.
3 years,
Yeah,
in like 3 years, these up their standard of living
yeah,
and employed them and I think showed them a lot of opportunity for those who will listen. Like I know black people. I mean, I live in one of the whitest areas in the world, but there are black people like my friend Josh that lives down the way. He's got 4 kids. He's very successful.
mhm,
He had a double major in college, one in finance, and the other in why am I blanking on it right now? But he's successful. He's his own PR firm, and he's also a fine musician,
mhm.
like really good musician.
Oh yeah,
Um, Along the top of it, and he's used his abilities to. I mean, he's doing better than I am. I mean, he has a nice house,
yeah,
nice car, and a beautiful wife. Uh, this is the type of thing that has to happen in black communities, and they'll see a rise in their prosperity, and they got to stop accusing people like my friend Josh of being a coon, and he's had that happen.
oh yeah,
I'm
oh
just
yeah.
like I'm stunned about it
Oh
because
no,
he's one of those guys that they should be looking up to. Like he did it.
yeah, no, well, there's a huge problem in the black community, which the only people who can solve it are the black people. They need to have a sit down. They need to have a come to Jesus moment. They really do. But the funny thing for me is with Trump, he in 3 years he's done so much for them, and what it does is of course, I understand Democrats can't stand that, and they much rather the blacks be down in under heel as they want. But it shows you how easy it is the thing to do. It could have been done at any time, right?
Yeah,
Because all Trump did, understand this, Trump isn't this mega ultra genius, although I think he's a pretty smart fella. He's not this ultra genius that came up with these incredible economic plans. No, he didn't. You know what he did? He went in and he showed this early on, and this is all he did, guys. He stood in the White House. He had a pile of paperwork that was literally a mountain way over his head, and he said, "This is the regulation we have today." Then he pointed to a little pile next to him. He says, "This is a regulation from the 60s. I'm going to take that, pointing to the big one, and I'm going to make it smaller than that, pointing to the little one." That's all he did. He cut regulation. He just cut it all out, and he let the free market reign. And look what happened, right?
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, he's done a lot of things that um, people on the left don't like, and I think some people on the right actually don't like. They like a little more control. But you know, he's taken a lot of the cattle prod away from Congress and so forth.
Yeah.
It may come back depending on the administration, but there's a reason why we're kind of flying high, and I don't necessarily feel the bubble that I did during the Bush years.
Hmm.
Um, I think some of those of us kind of paid attention kind of felt there was something hinky going on.
Oh, for sure, for
Um,
sure. Yeah. He's a rhino anyway. But
yeah,
the funny thing about what you mentioned, and I'm going to move on, guys. I am, but this is related to what we're talking about. It actually is, right? Because they these days they like to throw that coon at each other. In my age, in my time, we were called they would be calling each other Uncle Toms, right? Coon is actually a
yeah,
throwback to way back, like the 20s. It's a word
yeah.
that I guess came back around, or at least we didn't notice it was still here. But nevertheless, this is what they're doing at each other. But here's the thing: I would say this dude here, this Jordan Peele fella, that all his things and all this preaching that he's doing, I think it's actually hurts the black people. It hurts the black community. He's the actual coon, as far as I'm concerned, because he's just not doing anything to help black people. He's just helping to keep them down. That's the
That's,
reality.
I would agree with that. I think he has a lot of great talent that I think he's wasting politicizing things.
Hmm. Yes. And you can go ahead and cancel this episode, YouTube.
Yeah.
Good job, Chester. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome
But
to Coon
Moving on.
Speak, where we I did fire the Coon of the week. Goodness me.
well, what do you
I
want?
love my
But
I
J.J.
love wearing my
Abrams brings
coonskin
it
hat.
out, man. It's freaking J.J. Abrams, man.
It's-
J.J. Abrams, he's the mastermind of
Did-
this.
He is.
I love wearing my coonskin hat. I just wanted to
Hey,
let everybody know that.
Are we even allowed to say
Davy
that?
Crockett, King of
Dave
the
Crockett.
Wild Frontier.
And then
you
to
well, talking
remember that
about
show? That was a good show. I
Yeah,
talking
love
about
that show, dude.
HBO Max, they bought the rights to have an exclusive right to air all the South Park episodes.
Oh, did
So,
they? So that's their
yeah.
response to Disney's Simpsons. I get it.
Yep.
But of course, continuing with HBO Max, there is more here. Go ahead, Dinale.
The Green Lantern TV show has been greenlit for development for HBO Max exclusive under Greg Berlanti
so
Productions.
is Ryan Reynolds coming back? Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome.
I don't think so. I don't
No,
think
they
so.
just have a placeholder.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll come back if they pay him a bucket loads of money.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
And,
But of course,
well, they probably could get Taiki Wakiti to
oh God,
reprise his
freaking
role.
Watiti. Go back to making indies, dude. That's what you do well. But okay, we got a Green Lantern show coming. They're trying to compete with Disney Plus, what's coming up, obviously. But there's some other things they mention here. Strange Adventure, meanwhile, is an anthology that explores characters across the sprawling DC Comics world. Ooh, that could be interesting. That's kind of like What
Well,
If, I guess. Is that their response to What If?
Right, but remember, this is Tom King's Strange Adventure.
Yes,
We
I
talked
know.
about
Yes.
it, so they're going to be based on that comic.
I was kind
Hopefully.
of giving Booster an opportunity to wince and scream or something,
He was,
So
but
do
he
you,
muted himself.
I see.
do you think that there's going to be a Batman at the center of the earth to kind of explain where the hell he is?
Maybe. Yeah, possibly. We also have Kaylee Cuoco. Is that the girl from
Yeah,
Big Bang
from
Bang
Theory?
bang.
yeah,
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Yeah. I like her. She's cute. She got in trouble because she says, "I don't know what all the trouble is. I like making dinner for my man." Oh,
You got in trouble just for that.
oh,
It's terrible.
Ridiculous.
But the flight attendant, I like her though. And
I'm gonna put her on the list of 5 white girls you find cute. There you
she's cute, dude. She is cute.
go.
But then of course we have LGBTQ. You forgot your plus. You put a minus there. Someone's in trouble. Themed
Now, apparently, according
docuseries
to Watchmen, it's
equal.
LGBTQA plus.
No, it's supposed to be LGBTQIA plus.
What the hell is
Oh,
the A?
Yeah.
The A,
Asexual.
it's asexual, and then it's intersex. And one of these days they're going to put a P.
For what?
Mhm.
Prick?
Well,
Oh, pedophiles.
Yeah,
pedophiles.
Oh, pedophiles. Oh, I see. Mine was funnier.
just wait for it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought that was a plus for.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know why they need all these letters. All they need to do is say homosexual. That's kind of
Yeah.
done, because you're
Yeah, I
either
thought
heterosexual
queer
or you're
covered it.
homosexual. Oh, you go queer if you prefer, but I mean, it's just scientific. Heterosexual, homosexual,
Yeah.
it's done. Because, all of these bisexuals, and they say, I'm bisexual. No, you're a homosexual. You're just slutty. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's straight up, and I don't care.
Love it.
You can do whatever you want. I could give one shit about who you sleep with. Do you guys care who anybody sleeps with? Anybody? Raise your hand. Anybody?
Yes, I
Well,
care
I don't.
about
I,
when
I
people
don't want
sleep
to
with me, which is
sleep
never
with kids, but other than
pisses me
that,
off.
Well, the pedophilia stuff, yeah. But that's
Yeah,
a
I'm
whole
not a
nother
fan
conversation, though.
personally. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's stupid, man. Whatever. So yay, equal.
You
Now
can
is it?
write that down. Fanspeak does not endorse pedos.
We
We're not.
don't. No,
equal.
absolutely, we
Uh,
don't. Take that
uh,
algorithm. We most certainly do not
uh,
support pedophilia.
put that as
Yeah.
the blurb when you
are we
discuss
still
the show.
screaming? Are we still screaming? Did it get
Here's the thing
broken
about
again?
being equal, though. Nobody is equal. Nobody is. We can be equal under the law, but we cannot
Sure.
be equal.
Yeah, but of course,
And that's
the question is, Slick, are they talking about the equality of outcome or the equality of opportunity?
well,
Right?
obviously a quality of outcome because they're Marxist. They don't want to call
They don't want to do
a
work.
quality of
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
The equality of opportunity is what's under the law. We're all equal under the law, but you cannot give us all an even mean. We're not.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you play better. You're going to play better music than I ever could, and I'm going to be prettier.
I feel pretty, oh so
And so
pretty.
pretty.
But hey, we're taking George's thunder today. We're all angsty today. But look at this other list of stuff, the CW stuff. What is this crap? Katie Keene, what the hell is that? Batwoman,
I have no idea.
Atrocity, Arrow, done. Flash, been done for seasons. Supergirl, sucked from day one.
Have
Black
you
Lightning.
seen the new
this is
CG
all-
from the latest promo of Supergirl?
No,
It's
I don't.
it's special. It is
It
so
is.
bad.
Yeah.
It
all
is
it-
bad.
Yeah, all of these are Berlanti's productions, so everything you're reading is made by the same
Oh
production team.
God! So there's no hope whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because Black
Yeah.
Lightning, it started cool, and then boy, did that go downhill immediately.
I was excited for Black Lightning because the trailers made
sucked.
it look so cool, but then it was just Black Lives Matter, the show.
It was, yeah. All about the F the police. But
Yeah, it was
Legends
just an
of Tomorrow.
anti-police show.
Yeah, it was. Riverdale, All American, Prodigal Son. I don't know what these things, Blind Spot, whatever. But yeah, just crap upon crap. But I like Doom Patrol, Stargirl. We have to wait and see about that one. But
Yeah, I'd like more Doom
yay,
Patrol. Let's
yay,
do that.
yay. So HBO Max or Warner Brother streaming is basically trying to sell me with CW shit. Is that what's happening here?
Well, they're also bringing in Crunchyroll, and they're also bringing in what's the other stream? Oh, DC Universe.
Okay,
Nobody
so Crunchyroll, the cheaper poor boys version of Funimation. Okay, they're the ones that also make all the LBQF damn shows. Yeah, no, good. That's okay. So this is just what do we use this? This is a I can't say that. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you will.
Cluster fetch.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Unbelievable. What is this
That's a Mormon
crap?
swear word right there. Fetch.
It is. But I hadn't been paying attention to over here what you guys are saying. Covet thy neighbor's wife. I don't know where that's coming from, Bullet, but amen. Let's see. They're talking to each other. Wacom never. Oh no. They're just having a conversation with each other. Okay, you guys continue on. But hello to everybody. I see Zach. I see March Hare, Bullet, Jennifer. Hi, and awesome. You guys are awesome. But yeah, let's move on to something more fun. Now, here, I kind of grabbed this. I think Paul might have put this up, or Somali, maybe? Maybe it was Somali. But Aftershock Comics January 2020 Salutations. I thought it'd be fun to kind of take a look what a comic book company I know nothing about is putting out. How about that?
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Wow us,
Okay.
Chester.
I'm not. I don't know. I've never even heard of this company. You guys know this company?
Nah.
They're one of the smaller companies.
I think I've sort of heard of it, maybe.
through the preview worlds.
It's another comic company that starts with an A, so it pops up at the top of a list of comic book
That's
companies.
why they do it, you know.
Yeah, just like Ahoy.
Yeah, right, exactly. But the art that I'm seeing looks pretty good. So hey, I want to take a look at it, and I'm all for indies. So let's see here. The first one we have is Animosity number 27. Let's look at the art. Oh, it's like it's a dog in a Roman helmet. It's got blood on it. You guys know this one?
No.
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 Yeah,
Okay. It's nice art
it's
though.
cool. I have
Yeah,
no idea what
that
it's
could be a
supposed to
good
be.
T-shirt. That would be a great T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, it says here. Oh, yeah, that would be a great T-shirt. You're right. The epic
Yeah.
conclusion of the controversial second story arc. Can Chip return to the world he left behind? No.
Who's
And if he
Chip?
does, will he have anyone left to return to? Oh no. The tale of the city, the country, and the monsters in between. Da da da. Dark red. And it's that great little opening. That's a great looking.
No, it's done by Tim Seeley, the guy who's done a couple of good things at DC, and the rest was SJW trash.
He's
Well,
done
I
hack
don't.
and slash too.
Has he? Oh yeah, no hack and
Yeah.
slash. Yeah. I don't know what any of this stuff. This could be all SGW for all I know. I'm just checking it out because I don't know anything about it. It's interesting. This is Dark Arc After the Flood. Okay.
Dark Arc After Flood. Oh, right. So it's like the Arc after the flood, but
Yeah,
it's
I
a
get it.
dark
I
one.
get it. Yeah.
I
But
see.
yeah.
That's a crap name. I
Yeah.
don't.
Well, maybe it goes along with the idea that you guys know there's a conspiracy theory. Well, I don't know if a conspiracy theory, a historical theory, alternate history, I guess, that Noah is the actual dude who built the pyramids. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sounds
Voompa,
silly.
voompa, voompa, ding.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take it.
And
Like,
this is
It's a
Colin
Bill
Bunn.
Cosby reference back in the day when he did his Noah bit. So
I see.
talking about Noah, he was a carpenter and he was sawing away, voompa, voompa, voompa. The ding was when God said, Noah, I want you to build an ark. I know I'm referencing a guy who's a rapist, but it was funny.
well, I don't think he's a rapist. I think he's a
Uh-oh.
guy who had sex with women who were on drugs, and for some reason, even though he was on drugs, he's the bad guy. I don't get it. But anyway, I don't know. The art looks good. Now, March Hare is saying Dark Red is an Orange Man bad book. There you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome. Probably the
Oh,
whole
This
thing
okay.
is. Ooh,
Orange
Then we
baby
Man
teeth.
Bad.
got also that
Baby Teeth
last
has been
one
going
that
for a long time.
that arc book was done by Colin Bunn, and he's just absolute hack.
Also, basically, we've fallen into an SJW little teeny
Like,
Colin
comic
Bunn did that
company.
artwork. He's a
Nice.
writer.
no, that's what I meant. The writer, Colin
Okay.
Bunn, is a
All right.
hack.
This one's from
But
Donnie Cates, the writer of
you like
Venom.
Donny Cates?
Donnie,
Yeah.
he does the baby teeth.
I don't know what baby teeth is. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but look,
I
Donny
had
Cates.
Man,
I'll check it out
babies.
just on that.
the art is solid, even if it might be SJW guys. Let me see here. Lila
Mm-hmm.
must choose to make the ultimate sacrifice, changing everything she thought to be true. She is tasked to use the killer app the children of the island have created in order to take out all the adults on the island. Oh my God! Kill the past,
What?
make it dead. Oh no! All right, bloody good art though on this thing, man.
Like, swipe, tweet and kill.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about taking like what flavor of the month modern shit and making it into a comic. It's cringy to me. I don't.
Yeah.
It's an app for killing people. It's the app. Yeah. It's. Oh, get
Look
it
at
out
this
of here.
art though, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, there's some really good art here,
That
man.
was cool. I
It was cool.
don't know what was happening
Yeah,
there, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
it's interesting. That's very Moore-esque,
Uh,
or even Ditko. Oh,
Yeah.
there's
Orphan
some really
Age.
good looking art. It does sound like it's all SJW stuff, though. I think March Hare's right, but man, they got good art at least. That's an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what
I
this
have no idea
company
what
is.
half this is, but yeah.
I don't know any of it, but I have to say, whether they're SJW or not, at least they're putting forward good art. And once again, even if it is an anti-something book, if it's well written, I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, yeah.
So
Especially if they're
Make a
not
good
ruining
comic book.
if
Make
they're
a good
not
comic
ruining a
book.
pre-established property. I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah,
They
that's
can
right.
ruin their own properties, right?
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
No. And if it's successful, more power to them.
Mhm.
You know, they can take all the SJWs. Leave my stuff alone.
That's true. That's true.
That's all I want.
That's true. But there's probably a reason I've never heard of them before. But Eric Hawkins says, I knew that Cosby's Noah bit hilarious. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had actually I had a little record player. This is back before Walkmans or radios well, they had little portable ones, but they didn't work very well. But I had a record player. It was one of my favorite possessions, actually. And I had I had some musical albums and stuff, but mainly when I had, and I'm talking about as a little kid, like elementary school, I had three albums that I listened to over and over and over. One was an Alfred Hitchcock album, and it had Alfred Hitchcock himself narrating his stories. It was
So
really good.
Alfred Hitchcock presents on vinyl.
Yeah. It was
Nice.
wonderful, dude. I loved it. I listened to that over and over. Another one was Bill Cosby's comedy skits, and it was this because
Yeah,
Bill
I
could
had
do.
that too.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? He could do some racy stuff. I mean, from time to time, but in general, Bill was pretty clean comedian. He's one of those clean
Yeah, he
cut
didn't he
type
didn't
guys.
dip blue very
No,
often at all.
no, he didn't. So that one with the Noah bit, I've heard hundreds of times, dude. I used to listen to that all the time. And the last one, the piece de resistance, the Brady Bunch album.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
had the Disney, like all the Disney songs.
I had those too. Yeah, dude, you and I must be the same age. I had the, da 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 dun 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 da da da
Well,
da dun that one, right? The
yeah,
Disney one. Yeah, I had that too.
yeah.
Yeah,
The first song I ever learned that wasn't like Itsy Bitsy Spider or one something like that was "Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh the jungle
yeah,
VIP,"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's the one I memorized it, and I
Yeah.
love that song to this day. I can sing that song. Yeah,
That's
so
it's a great album. I had that as well.
yeah,
Of course, back then I used to watch the Mickey Mouse Club all the time. It was still in black and white at that time. Oh,
yeah,
but
it's back
yeah,
there.
yeah, I love that, man. But I love my little phonograph, man. It was I had a lot of fun with that, and but yeah, the Brady Bunch album, I love that one, dude. I could sing all those songs.
I like the Partridge Family better than Brady Bunch.
Yeah, well, yeah, the music was better for sure. Oh, well, that
Way
David
better.
Cassidy, man, damn, what a like. I mean, people talk about the stardom of Leif Erikson from back in the was it Leif Erikson?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was Leif Erikson.
I mean his ultra fame, but David Cassidy, dude, that
All
guy
these people in the
just
chat are like, "Who the hell are they talking about?"
yeah, no, this is 70s stuff. We're talking about the 70s. It's all right. But I mean, David Cassidy, I have to say, even though obviously the Partridge Family, Brady Bunch, this is all kind of girl stuff when it comes to the music. It's like boy band
Yeah,
stuff way back before there was really that thing.
yeah,
But David Cassidy had one of the most pure and true voices I've ever heard. I mean, he was legit,
yeah.
legit. Yeah, Partridge Family, go check it out. Awesome.
Yeah, they used to drive around in a multicolored bus.
Yep, that's right. I had Snoopy the Red Baron on 45. Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Now this is weird because we're talking about phonographs, and I don't even know if the young people know how to operate a phonograph.
Oh, you can still buy them.
Do they? Can they?
Oh
Really?
yeah, you can buy a phonograph and buy vinyl.
Well, I've seen that the DJ peoples they're trying to make a comeback, and they go wiki 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 on it. That's not what it's intended to do.
Those are turntables, they're not really phonographs.
That's true. But yeah, that was good memories, man.
Yeah,
Good
that was a
memories.
good time. That like being a kid in the '70s actually was pretty fun. The styles were kind of horrific, but I mean, they remind me of the styles now in some
That's
ways.
true. That's true. Yeah.
But being a kid, like there's a lot of safety back then. You could run around and you could play. You were off the leash.
Oh yeah.
Today, people are so freaked out about letting their kids run around.
Well, this is these latchkey or helicopter type parenting. It's a problem. But then again, it's the like Adam Carell said that you're dealing with a generation that was dipped in Perel and had soccer games where no one kept score. I mean,
Right.
it's completely different from our generation. We were allowed to go and skin our knees. We were allowed to
Yeah, skin
fight
our
our own
knees,
fights, right?
throw dirt clods at each other.
Yeah.
We used to dress up as knights. And I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here. We get the old metal trash cans and we make those into like shields, and then we find sticks, make them into swords. We
Oh
get
yeah.
on our bikes, and we get like long dowels and we joust,
Yeah. Yeah.
knock each other off our bikes.
Oh yeah.
Get tennis balls and make flails out of them with like pantyhose
Yep.
when they like hit each other.
Yeah.
This is the stuff you did.
Oh
Like
yeah.
today, I don't see kids doing any of it. They're glued to a freaking TV playing a video game.
Oh yeah, no, it's I was really happy where I lived because of course, my wife and I as well, but pretty much all the parents around here, they either kids weren't allowed to play video games during the week at all, or were kind of like us, where for me it was 30 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, and 1 hour in the weekend. Otherwise, they couldn't touch a video game. So what did they do? They went outside. They went swimming. They
Right.
went running around and playing. Right?
Went swimming, you rode your bike. I rode my bike clear up to the cane. I live about 7 miles from the cane where we're at. I'd ride all the time up there. We'd go down to like they have irrigation canals. There's a lake where I live. We'd ride down there.
Mhm.
We get dirty and mucked up, and it was one of the things. If you were dirty, your parents would just tell you to kick your shoes off, and come in your bare feet. That was about the only thing. Pull off whatever you have that's really dirty, and then wash your
Yeah.
face, and you're ready for getting your
That's
feet
right.
on.
Clean up. Yeah, that's right. But we used to play cowboy and Indians, and we had a lot of fun, dude. We had of
Yeah,
course, that was during the BMX craze, right? And
definitely, man.
yeah, absolutely, the Mongoose. Ooh, Mongoose, a great bike. But
Mongoose, chromoly, baby.
Oh, okay, okay. But we actually used to take hammers and nails, and we'd get wood, and we'd build like bike ramps so we could jump our bikes off of
Yep,
them. I mean, we these are
yep.
you talk about little elementary kids doing this, right? These days, people would have a freaking heart attack. They see a kid with a hammer and nail in his hand. I mean, goodness gracious.
Well, we
But
had we had a field that was on the other side of my block, and they were gonna build stuff there, but they never did. But they'd pushed all this stuff
mhm.
with like bulldozers up into hills, and over the time those became like our ramps. We built ramps too, but we used those and did tricks off of them. It was fun times.
God, it's a lot of
Sorry, we
fun.
went on a rant, being us 70s, 80s kids now, telling all the people
That's
how.
all right, dude.
Yeah.
It's a fun conversation. Just to finish it before I come over the chat and then move on to the next one, though.
Mhm.
Same thing with me. The hill. I lived in a place that had was very well. I lived in many places, but the one I'm thinking about now was uh, kind of a like a hanging garden type of layout where there each
Right.
block down was a layer down, and the plot behind us, you had this nice hill coming all the way down, and my mom had her little garden sitting at the end of it. So what I did in the winter was I would take that bike ramp that we built, I'd drag it over in front of the fence of the garden. I'd take my sled, those old metal rung ones with the wooden tops,
Yeah, the
and
best
I go,
kind.
yeah, yeah, the best kind. Go to the top of the hill. I ride that thing down and jump into the garden most of the time. It was fun, dude. But anyway, let me
Those
see.
great times.
It was. Let's see here. Hello, guys. Says Ash on Comics. Hey, nice to see you. March here, sir. Aftershock was good. Was good. Pestilence was good. The caught the current year clap. Okay, I see. Oh well. So they basically became inundated by SJW stuff. Let's see. I had Snoopy and I read that. And Jennifer said my first vinyl was Monkey's album. That was a good album too, dude. Let's see. Tell us about Jack Benny next, dude. What's wrong with Jack Benny? Shut up,
You guys don't
bastard.
even know, man. Some of that stuff came out of the 50s, out of the 60s. It used to be on reruns. They were that was good television. Our
It
television
was.
now is kind of, it was fun, man.
Yeah.
You
Well,
you missed out.
yeah, there was some good stuff for sure. Who was that guy? He was like Johnny Carson level big. Can't remember his name. Real black and white
Ed,
show.
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan.
Ed
Yeah, yeah,
Sullivan.
yeah, yeah.
Ed
Ed
Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the only reason I play saxophone, because I started when I was 5. The only reason was because I was sitting on my grandpa's knee watching TV with him, right? And we were watching Ed Sullivan. And on the Ed Sullivan show, you had Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie on doing bebop, and I was sold. I was
Wow.
dug in, sold, dude. So I mean, these things are important for just like the young stuff is for young people. It just depends on the message, right? Because back in those days, the message was about be a good person, do the right thing, work hard, right? And the message
Yep.
today is, screw your parents, screw the past. You don't have to
And
listen
and
to
and
anything.
try to get famous.
Yeah, yeah, be famous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ash says, I had a little suitcase record player. Me too, dude. As a little
Yeah.
kid, and my favorite record was a read-along Spider-Man comic featuring Jonah Jameson's son as a werewolf. Dude, he's right. There were like these little 45s of Spider-Man, weren't there? Oh, I
Right.
totally
And
forgot
yeah,
about that.
they had a lot of those little like 45 records that had little stories and other
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah.
and
Yeah, they were
little
called
fun
Power Up.
songs.
Power Records. I had a few of them myself.
Yeah,
And,
no,
and you
I could.
stack,
Yeah,
you have a big old stack of those just for fun. A lot of them, they had ones that went along with like golden books for kids, and you can throw those on and the kids listen to those.
yeah.
A lot of fun.
Oh,
Parents get really
absolutely.
mad if you scratch them. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. But record players are popular again, and you can buy records, even new records. Eric says, "Cool, that's a good thing." I think the
Yep.
phonographs are fun.
Because more people enjoy the higher fidelity of the music from vinyl than they do from CD and digital compressions. So that's why it's making a resurgence. Actually, they're outpacing sales of digitals um, and physical CDs
Not to mention the
albums.
imperfections of all that older stuff kind of always added to the charm. You don't really appreciate it until it's gone, you know. Then you realize
Yeah,
everything's so
it's true.
digital and clean, and you kind of realize it removed a lot of the magic of it.
No,
Well,
it's
vinyl
true.
is
It's
it's a warmer
character.
sound.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
It is
Mm-hmm.
true. Yeah, yeah. Booster says, "Absolute boomer speak edition." Well, let me give you a little bit of another blast from the past,
Oh, boy.
Booster.
No,
Here's
no,
a
no.
here's
We
a
gotta
blast
move.
from the
We gotta move
'70s.
on.
Sit and spin, baby.
Okay.
that's
Oh,
right.
Oh boy.
I'm
All right.
reading the
Moving
chat,
on.
did I
Denali.
just
Moving
get
You
on.
back
roasted in
it up.
Boomer because
Yes, you
I
got
don't even
boomer.
I
Booster.
got roasted in Boomer. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
That-
Zach says, "I let my daughter make mistakes. How else will they learn?" Yeah, yeah, of course, dude. I have that album they're talking about here. Jennifer H says, "Ice skates on the lake, unsupervised, fun memories." Yeah, I used to go play hockey with
Oh
my friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
We have a lake here, and it would freeze over on the regular, and you just take your skates out and kind of roll around on the kind of this bay area that we
sure.
had.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's they have, and I don't want to get into that conversation further, but yeah, the good memories. Merciful Minerva, what is this? Hopalong Cassidy's odd cast, dude. Hellrod, no, bad Hellrod. When you want to start the new nostalgia show next week, I want to be co-host. Okay, Eric. Uh, we have that's all right. Rosebud, thank you very much. Ed Sullivan, thank you.
Rosebud.
Jack Benny is the greatest comedian ever. Jack Benny was hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Groucho Marx, you bet your life, dude. Once again, Groucho Marx was a genius. I remember the GI Joe 45s. Yeah, dude. Boomer Speak is going to be big. Well, thank you very much, Tolfer.
Yeah.
We should do more of it, actually. Yeah, but anyway, moving on because Denelli's about to have a freaking aneurysm. Go ahead.
yes, I am. So basically, this is from the Hollywood Reporter. They are listing up the upcoming stream platform and their prices, so everybody can look at how much it'll cost you to get all of them.
Okay, well,
Yay!
let's take a look at it. All right.
Sure.
So we got Apple TV launches November 1st, so it's very, very soon. It doesn't, and its price is $5 a month. Okay, all right.
Yep.
I don't really know why I need that, especially because all these TVs today come with Netflix like imprinted in it, and I have to go buy like a little stupid box Apple. What the hell? All
It
right.
has
Yep.
to have a box.
Yep.
Yeah, you have
The
to have a
Apple
little
TV
box.
box.
Yeah.
Freaking Apple.
Yeah, yeah, because they want to sell more stuff. Apple is the worst penny pinchers out there, dude. They're horrible. Yeah. But they have already billions of potential subscribers and devices in their pockets and their purses. Well, then why would they want to have to go buy another frickin' box ad on top of it? Oh, goodness gracious. Disney Plus, $7 a month. Oof, that went up, dude. That's more than, oh,
Yep.
no. No, I was thinking about the 1 year thing. Okay. But
hmm
see
Is that
now.
is that a subscription that you have to have a year, or is it you can cut it off anytime?
Well, I was thinking about the cheaper price if you buy the year ahead of time. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you can cut it anytime, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the
Six.
normal ones.
Six. Not. Yeah. Either you're on contract for the year or you get the monthly one.
Yeah, but I mean, this one might be worth it though. It's digital, so you don't need no
Mm,
stupid box. And I mean, just think
yeah.
of the friggin' stuff you're gonna get. I mean, the portfolio is huge, man.
Yeah.
But it doesn't include Hulu or SPN, and they're going to try to, and they already are going to bundle it. We talked about it to $12.99. You can get just this product, or for another $6, you can get the whole bundle for the first year. Oh joy!
I might do it for the Mandalorian a month at least when it finally comes in. But they're supposed to be doing it like weekly they'll
Right.
release
So
stuff.
you might as well wait till next year.
Yeah, and then
Well,
let's wait till next year and then binge it. Like I've
yeah,
gotten so
possibly,
I
yeah.
binge stuff,
Yeah, that's true. But this one might actually be worth it. But I understand all the controversy and such. But nevertheless, you always have a pirate's life. It'll be, if you want to go that route. HBO Max, $15 a month. No,
And
no,
HBO
thank
Max will
you,
have all
you, you,
kinds of
you, you,
boobies.
you.
So there's that.
Well, look what we get. But look what we get. We get the Friends, we get the Big
Mhm.
Bang Theories, and we get the West Wings, as well as
Oh.
CW's Batwoman and Katie
Oh.
Keene.
And
$15.
if Katie, for goodness sake, we get Katie Keene. I have to
Oh,
Google what the
joy,
hell is Katie
I don't
West
Keene?
know.
Wing.
I don't know,
Oh,
dude.
joy, West Wing.
I have no clue what that is, dude. But no, you're dumb, HBO. No one's
Oh
gonna
my
pay.
god, Katie Keene is a Archie character. So she's a spin-off character from that god awful
Oh, goodness.
CW Riverdale show.
Oh, goodness gracious.
A
All right.
reimagining
Oh,
of the Boondocks, huh? Reimagined Boondocks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're gonna be
yeah.
all transgenders now. But no, thank you, HBO. No, thank you at all. All right.
I
Nope.
really want another
Nope.
season of Boondocks, absolutely, especially with Aaron McCruder back at the helm. But now John Witherspoon's dead.
Are you?
I don't know if
That's true.
anyone else can play Granddad,
That's a fair point.
and
There you
that
go.
bums me the hell out.
Yeah. NBC,
Yeah,
of course, has their Peacock, and there's we don't know how much it's going to cost. But once
I don't
again,
want to. I don't want to contribute to NBC.
no,
Just don't
no.
want to.
Who does? Look what they're going to give you. The Office, which I prefer the English one. Parks
The
and
British version.
Recreation, which I hear is pretty good actually. Saturday Night Live has not been
Uh,
funny since the friggin' '80s, dude.
Parks
Uh,
and Recreation is worth watching just for Ron Swanson. In fact, you'd get the better experience watching Parks and Recreation by Googling Ron Swanson compilation.
okay.
And I can guarantee you'll love that.
30 Rock was a show. It actually started pretty well, but it went downhill. Friday Night Lights is a football thing. Downton Abbey, which I do actually like. Battlestar Galactica, I prefer the original. Saved by the Bell, really, really, really. Just for that, I will never even look at NBC again. Damn it. And that's it. That's it. We know there's far more coming than this. This is all you're going to cover, Hollywood Reporter? Oh, these are the big boys. Is that why?
Yeah.
Because they're the big
Yep.
boys. All
Yeah.
right. All
How
right.
much?
I
How
mean,
much is it going to cost to have all of these streaming services?
$40 a month.
Oh,
Yeah, no, not happening.
Ooh.
I might pick up Disney Plus. My wife said she's gotta wait and see if it's worth getting because we were looking through the run up and it was like hardly anything in there we were interested as far as new stuff. But of course the back the archive it might well be worth it. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And Eric says I'm getting Disney Plus free for a year because I have Verizon Wireless. All right, do you work for Verizon? That's it. We found out
No,
Eric's job. He works for Verizon.
does he works for Verizon? No, any subscribers or if you have a plan with them, they get it. They're offering a year off. We talked about this on Monday.
Yeah, I know.
About it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the Mandalorian, I saw the new trailer. Have you guys seen that new trailer? I'm not going to play it here.
Yay!
Well,
Yay! That was the first episode. You don't have to watch the first episode because they just aired all of it.
You know what's
kinda,
hilarious?
yeah.
You know Bill Burr's going to be in that show?
Yes, I know, dude. He's playing a bounty hunter.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Did
But
they release a full first episode?
Oh no, not yet. Coming up in November when
Okay.
they launch it. Yeah. But
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. No, I mean the Mandalorian looks good so far. Who knows? But it looks like as it should be. It's done as a western, and I'm looking forward to it too. They're trying to drag us back in, slick. Chester. Oh,
Yeah, we'll see.
let's see. David Dennis says, Chester. Oh, I get the Saved by the Bell comment. Everyone owns a copy on DVD already. No. That was like one of the worst shows ever made. Damn generation. It's my brother's generation. All right, moving on. Now now we have two Game of Thrones stories here we're going to get into, and this
Yep.
is very interesting. Go ahead, Dinale.
So the one that's actually greenlit for 10 episode for the first season is the Targaryen spinoff of Fire and Blood, which is the prequel 300 years before the original Game of Thrones story.
Great.
But
Well,
here's the caveat: it's going to be only on HBO Max. It's an exclusive.
true. But the other more important thing to say is Martin and Condell, both of them are directly involved in this. Unlike
Yes.
when we saw with the Dumb and Dumber over there, where they, from season six on, and you can tell very clearly, Martin wasn't part of it because of some debacle. We still don't know exactly what happened with that, right? But they
George R. R.
screwed
Martin
that.
be finishing his last damn book?
Oh, dude, he's making money. He's making money. Let him make money. But
Yeesh.
so I don't know. It might. I don't know if they can save it though, dude. They're gonna have to come out with like 1,000 dragons in the air with a major epic opening war scene to even drag people in. They're so pissed off about this.
And lots of frontal nudity. So
Yes, so lots of it, lots of it. But yeah, I mean, it could be cool. Once again, Martin is directly involved, as is Condell, right? So I want to be happy about it, but damn, Game of Thrones just ticked me, ticked everybody off. It was so bad, and people are always talking about episode, season 8, dude. Season 7 sucked. Season 6 wasn't good either. It was 3
Season
years of
5,
bad.
season
Season
5 and
5,
onward. No, that's when it started.
maybe a
That's when they
little.
said
Yeah.
F that, and you could see it. Where the first 3 seasons they were kind of following along with the storyline. Season 5 is where they directly just like we're doing our own thing, and that's how it went.
I think no we know the story, and it's ridiculous, those idiots. But I think I have triggered Hellrod, Booster. He says, "How dare you, Chester? Kelly Kapowski is a goddess." So can you do me a favor and bring up a picture of Kelly Kapowski or whatever the hell her name is from from the Saved by the Bell, Booster, please? Is Booster still
isn't
here?
isn't Kelly Kapowski? Which one is it?
Oh, I'll
Which
just
one
do
is
it
that?
myself.
Is it the brunette?
I have no clue, dude. Let me go check it. She's probably a hottie.
She's the brunette, I think.
Not anymore. Okay.
Yeah, she's the brunette.
All right. Hold on a second. Okay. She's not much in the booby department. Again, they're helping out
She
here.
looks really young here. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it.
They should have
Oh
cast
no,
her for
she's in her
Showgirls.
20s,
That's what
dude.
I'm saying.
Oh, is that what you're saying? I see.
They,
I
they should have
get
cast
okay,
her for
Hellrod.
Showgirls,
She's pretty enough, I guess, but
or
you know.
cast Topanga.
Whatever. Okay, all right, fine. She's pretty girl, I guess. I guess. It's so 90s though. Goodness gracious. But anyway, so this news is interesting. Might have my attention, might have your attention. This next one, however, is even more telling. Go ahead.
All right, so this is from Entertainment. HBO canceled Game of Thrones prequel starring Naomi Watts. This is the holy gender identity SJW prequel they were touting about. Blood Moon, I think it was called. And they did the first pilot. It was completely horrible, and they promptly canceled it.
Okay. So I don't even know what a Naomi Watts is. Let me check it out.
Naomi Watts. She was big in the '90s.
She's not very pretty.
She was at one time.
That was a joke. I was looking at a zombie.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Let me see. I don't see anything here. I don't know what a Naomi Watts. Is this Naomi Watts? I have no clue what a Naomi Watts. I gotta go check another one. People. Okay.
Here's the Google.
Naomi
We're
Watts.
on Woman Hunt.
All right, here.
That's the wrong Watts. There. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know who this is at all.
Like I said, she was bigger back in the day.
Yeah, but
What
I
was
don't know
she
who
in?
she is
She
from
was
Game of
in
Thrones, though.
The Ring and The Impossible and King Kong. So she's like a faceless woman lead number 322. You know, it's
Okay.
just nah.
Well, she might be good at that too. I just don't really know her offhand. Why don't I recognize her at all? I really don't recognize her. And you say she was in King Kong?
Yeah, the Peter
What else is
Yeah,
Jackson
she
one.
in?
she was in the Peter Jackson King Kong.
What else
Yeah.
was she in?
No, I don't
Uh,
know.
I remember doing a lesbian scene back in
Ooh.
Mulholland Drive. Yeah, Mulholland Drive. Yeah.
I don't know
Awesome.
her, but too bad, lady. Unfortunately, your thing got canceled. Sorry. I mean, that sucks for her, right? But I don't know who she is. Let me see this. They want me to search another female here. Hold on a second. What's his name here? Tiffany. Such an '80s name. Amber Burr. Thethan.
Easton. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Wait, hold on. That's the same chick. That's a different. It looks like the same chick. Why is she have what's going on? It's the same chick with a different name.
No, that was her name on the show.
Oh, I see. I don't think that. I think this
Ah.
has been doctored. I'm pretty sure that's not actually accurate. This is
Yeah, she
probably.
Yeah,
I
got
it's
kind
think
of.
that this is
probably not.
accurate.
Yeah.
This is accurate. Here
She
you go,
got.
Hellrod.
She got
Yeah.
thick. She got thicker as she got older.
I see. Soak it up, Hellrod. Soak it up. Here it is. It's all for you,
I
baby.
am all for the thickness as long as their titties get bigger.
Actually, here I recognize her. She's been in something recently, so it is her. Of
Um,
course, it's older
I don't
versions.
know. Was she a soccer mum at your kid's
No,
game
no,
or
She was
no.
on a
something? Because that's
show.
what she.
No, I get it, but she's on a show. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was on a show with Matt. Oh, damn it! I can't remember the name of the show. I remember seeing her all the time. He was
But
like a
you're fine.
dapper, like a con man who worked with like an FBI agent, and that was his wife, the FBI agent's wife.
I see. Well,
That's, and what the fuck is the name of that show? Oh, sorry, I swore.
that's all right. Yeah, Booster can't do it now. Now it's funny for me because this is not my generation, but my brother, because he's the Saved by the Bell kid, right? He loved her, dude. This girl, what's her name? Alyssa Milano.
Uh,
He had posters of her all over the place. She was cutie. I have to say that she turned into a psycho, but she was certainly a cutie. I don't see any of the old pictures
Mm-hmm.
of these. Are all these aren't her Saved by the Bell. No, it wasn't Saved by the Bell. What do they call that show?
she was on
Charm
the Tony
or
Danza. She was on Charmed
Who's
and
the
then Tony
Boss?
Danza, Who's the Boss? Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
who's the boss? Oh, right, right.
and she was a kid
Who's
on that
the
show. Though.
boss? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was actually in Commando as well.
Yeah, she was in Commando. She was the daughter of. She was the daughter of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She was. She was. I'm pretty sure this picture was my brother had it on the wall. I'm pretty sure it was this one. But she was a cutie, and she was certainly that same Saved by the Bell generation for sure. But damn, she turned into a psycho, man. But I don't know.
Her and Rose McGowan were both on Charmed, and they're both psychos.
Well, Rose McGowan is also a liar, and she's also guilty of the same thing she's accusing others of, right?
Hmm.
So I mean, with double standards anytime. But then again, if you've ever spent any time around women, you would understand women and the word hypocrisy goes together. Chester said it. Sorry about that. Anyway, what is this? I got
Oh
two
no.
more stories with Ryan Johnson in them. What the hell? Go ahead,
So
Denali.
this is from. So this is going to be funny. So this is Variety. Ryan Johnson's former agent sues Ryan Johnson and the CAA over the Star Wars Commission. Basically, he says that he's out. They didn't pay him the money for securing the deal for the Star Wars gig that he got for Ryan Johnson, and that they went behind his back to make the deals themselves. So he's owed money from both Ryan Johnson and
Mhm.
the CAA. So he's suing both of them.
Right. As if he deserves anything for that hack job he did on Last Jedi. But he thinks he's deserving. He just thinks he's getting paid. Now, if you read the article, it actually does sound like something squirrely went on, actually, if you read the article in full. And mainly this article is talking about Dreyfus, Brian Dreyfus, which is his lawyer. And it
Former
goes
representative. Yeah.
former representative, whatever. But
Mhm.
they were definitely running him around a tree for sure. But yeah, the thing that caught my attention with this though, Denali, was Ryan Johnson thinks he deserves more. for that epic piece of crap he made.
Of
Really?
course.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does. Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Because he's
Because it was
special.
best ever.
Well, if he didn't have it in his contract for a percentage, on the gross, then screw him.
Exactly. But it does sound a little squirrely if you read the article. But I think the second one here is more interesting to me anyway. Go ahead. This is from Todd, actually, Dinale.
Yep. Disney and studio had discussed the Spider-Man dispute.
Now, this is the kind of article I really want, right? Because here's the beginning of it. Here's the end of it. Okay, so we can read this one. I'm going to read it. Alan and Tom, this is the interviewer. Okay, Alan
Mhm.
and Tom, you recently had a little dispute over Spider-Man. What was the one thing about all else that resolved the standoff over Marvel producing the next Sony installment? Okay, you be Horn, a booster. You be Horn. He's an old angry man. You do that. You do that.
Okay, okay. The fan base, which is important to all of us, seem to really respond to what Plum and his folks have done before without people. They like the fact that the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Kevin Feige were involved in the two Spider-Man films. That's really good criticism. We heard feedback out there and suggested that joining forces once again was probably a really good idea.
Will this partnership continue after the trilogy? Tom, you've shown you can do Spider-Man without Marvel on the animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Slick,
Yeah,
give us the
was
ultra gay
roughly.
Rothman, please. Ultra gay, ultra gay.
Yeah.
Yes, we have, and I agree that my distinguished colleague. Well, I agree with
I
my
like the little
distinguished
tattoo.
colleague, and this was a classic win-win-win. A win for Sony, a win for Disney, and a win for the fans. The only thing I would say is that news cycles and the rhythm of negotiations do not necessarily overlap. And this is the word of Shakespeare, a consummation devoutly to be wished. And we would have gotten there, and the news got ahead of some things.
I agree with that.
I have no clue what those people actually sound like, but it doesn't matter. That's what they sound like
I
now
think
and
it's
forever.
accurate.
But I don't know why Todd put this up here, but it's funny because, yeah, I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody.
Nobody.
We gotta let Marvel screw up Spider-Man, and we just let Sony continue to do it. Make a choice, right? So whatever. But
Why not both?
that's my last bit of story I got today. Although someone
Yeah.
wanted me to check out something else. Let me see. Here's Hellrod says you have your Gracie Allen, Chester. 15-year-old me will keep Kelly. Okay, well, all right. Let's check that. Let's check that out. Gracie Allen. Okay, okay. It's not my first choice, but yeah, no, I
I'll
don't
go
want.
with
I don't want. I
I'd
want to
go
put
with Kim Novak. Go Kim Novak. Show him what a real woman looks like.
Ooh. See, I think you're
Yeah,
losing this
baby.
battle, Helrod. You are, although this is not good. That's not good. That's certainly not good.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
people get old.
they do. That's good. I like that. That's an older lady right there, right? Oh, look at that. Oof.
Or you go Grace Kelly.
Oh well, that
But
now you're just being mean.
I know, mess up, mess you guys up with
Okay,
the real
you ain't
deal.
touching this. You're not touching that. Grace Kelly is a
Oh, oh
hottie.
my God. She was so
Absolutely.
hot she turned into a princess and then died in a crash.
I know it was horrible. Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's some really beautiful women from back in those days, actually, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, and you know what the funny thing about that though is, Slick. Since we're talking about the old golden age actresses, they were actually expected to do some work and have actual
Mm,
skill and talent. I don't, it's shocking. I
mm.
know the patriarchy.
The patriarchy,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah, yeah. But Grace Kelly is wow, just stunning beauty. You know, although excuse me, I will take someone that is more modern. Um, Not Jessica Alba. What's the other real hottie we were talking about the other day that has some kind of STD that just killed everybody.
That's STT.
Yeah,
I
who
don't know.
was
I
that?
wasn't here.
Denali. Yeah, I went over the Hollywood people with STDs. It was shocking. Denali, who was that? It's not Jessica Alba. What's her name?
What do you mean?
Just a stunning beauty, modern beauty. Damn it!
Was it?
Booster.
It was Jessica Alba.
Is it Jessica Alba?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Jessica Alba. Oh, okay, fine, fine. All
So I
right.
was like,
Now,
what do you
it's a tragedy that she is
Yeah.
ridden with the STDs. It's like
Is she?
she's
Who's
ridden
this?
with them.
Jessica Alba has
I
STDs.
know
This is
Yeah,
the
it's
weirdest
horrible.
episode of
It's
comics
unbearable.
news today. This is the weirdest episode
Really?
we've
She
done.
has STDs. That's
She does.
so.
Wrong.
Oh, what? Oh, woman.
I know, dude. Because she doesn't have that image, right? But now you want to, you can keep your whatever the hell that Saved by the Bell thing was, because that right there, STD
Mm.
ridden and all, that's a hottie. You want to see something else that's funny? I got to do this here.
Oh,
Young Lucille Ball.
Ball.
No,
She was very,
damn.
very beautiful.
Damn, dude. I mean, this is not what you expect when you think of Lucille Ball, because she was such a goofball in the character she created. You're more used to more of this look,
Yeah.
but she was a beautiful young woman, dude.
You see
Beautiful.
her when she was young. She did like chorus line stuff, and she
They
was
all
like,
did.
her red.
Yeah.
Check out Sophia Loren and Bridget
Oh,
Bardot.
like, see, now you're just being even double mean, dude.
I know.
This is so weird.
It's awesome, dude. These are because you gotta pull out some shrunk neck, squashed body girl from Save the Bell and say she's a hottie. We're gonna teach you something, son.
Yeah.
You gotta sit,
Like
you
do the
pull
one
up a
there where
chair and
she's like.
listen.
There's one where she's just where she's dancing. Oh, she's so freaking sensual.
Oh, Eric Morgan
There's a
said
good
I'd
one.
let her
That's
give
when
me an
she was
STD.
young. And then Bridget Bardot was that's Italian. That's Italian flavor. And then you got Bridget Bardot who's French.
Oh yeah. Sophia Loren is a hottie, and I don't know if she's still alive or not, but she kept her beauty
I
for a
think she
very long
so
time.
how about Rita
into her
Hayworth?
60s she was quite attractive.
Let me see.
Bridget
I don't know.
Bardot. She was
Bardot, yeah.
BAR.
Yeah, I got it. I'm on it.
Okay.
Oh, dude, she's got the pouty lips and everything. Booster, she's looking
Those-
right
those
at
lips-
you.
Those lips are too much. There's something has been injected in them.
This is
No,
before
that was
happened,
back in the
dude.
day before
Yeah.
that stuff, man. Look at her,
Yeah,
look at her, just
yeah,
natural right there.
Yeah.
Mate, those things are going to they're going to suck me like into out of existence.
What?
You know?
What?
I feel like
What?
those lips are just going to like. I'm scared she's gonna eat me.
That's the idea.
And that
Yeah,
little
that's the
teeth poking out.
idea.
I don't know. Looks derpy.
This is a hot shot, dude. You get it, Bridget.
Real?
This is their child version, or I don't think I've ever seen this picture before.
Yeah, she's young now.
Yeah, she's very young. No, I mean there has been some true stunning, beautiful women, and this is an interesting thing to me that even I'd say the past 20 years, even since the 21st century, we've seen some beautiful women come up, but we've also seen a lot of these really short, shrunken women, and I get that it's the kind of the camera angle thing. I get that whole bit, but they used to take these full-bodied, beautiful women. And most of them, like Slick said, were dancers, actually, coming off of chorus lines. And they were fit, they were in great shape, they were beauties, true beauties, and they had to have talent. They couldn't be some idiot just up there to be pretty. They had to deliver, right? You had Drakel Welch,
many of them
Jane
were
Mansfield. Oh my God, Jane Mansfield.
Jane Mansfield. Here's the thing that people don't know about Jane Mansfield. She's the mother of Mariska Hargitay. Jane Mansfield had 180 IQ.
Oh, she's smart, yeah.
And she died in a car crash that actually cut her head off.
Oh no, we don't need to do that. Now this is the Marilyn Monroe effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was after Marilyn, but she was much more robust than Marilyn. Her body's.
She was, but you have to actually go watch her in a movie because this lady just has a presence. Actually, the
Oh yeah,
pictures
she
don't even
definitely.
begin to do it justice. And that, to be
Mm-mm.
fair, since we're talking about old actresses, Marilyn Monroe was a smart lady too. I mean, she ended up
Yeah,
doing stupid stuff and ended up killing herself, right? But she was quite clever. And that's the thing that kills me these days. We're just not getting the same caliber of actress. Whereas an actor, I feel we are getting the same caliber because they're not
yeah,
getting any advantages. They have to work their ass to get the job, and we're seeing some really
yeah,
good actors. But right now, we're really lacking in the actors department. And the only one that pops in my head that I think has really been doing a great job is Emily Blunt. I think there's an Emma Stone. Is that her name, Booster?
I love Emma Stone. Yeah,
Yeah. So there's a
Yeah.
couple of them, but most of them are just crap, dude.
yeah. Look up Mamie Van Doren just for fun.
Amy Van
She was
Doren.
on the Mamie Van Doren. She
Oh,
was kind of a
maybe,
knockoff Marilyn Monroe.
maybe
Yeah,
another one. Yeah, there was a lot of knockoff
yeah.
Marylands. To be fair, she was pretty.
Well, if we're gonna do this, then we have to look at Rita Hayworth.
Rita Hayworth. Yeah, got to give props to Rita.
Shut up, Booster.
This is the strangest episode we've done. We're just googling women. This is
Yeah. Anybody ever watched The Shawshank Redemption? That's the girl does the hair flip in the movie,
Oh
and the
yeah,
movie
oh
was
yeah,
called
Gilda.
Gilda. Yeah,
yeah. But
and
keep in mind though, that hair flip. You know, in the movie, we see not Samuel L. Jackson. What's the guy that played God? What's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, right?
Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman
the
get all.
the other black actor out of the two that.
Shut up, dude. I like Denzel Washington too. But
Wait,
Wesley
goodness
Snipes.
me.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, he's better.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
Lawrence
yeah,
Fishburne.
Lord, okay, I
Alright.
like
Yeah.
Lawrence better
Oh,
than
my
Jackson actually.
apologies.
But anyway, that hair flip was actually in that movie was far more influential than people realize. That was a moment in cinema
Yeah.
history when that came out, dude. That hair flip, the power of Rita Hayworth, and she's a very interesting lady too because this is a very smart, strong woman. Actually, you want to talk about a
Yeah.
representation for feminist? This one, and she had a husband.
She,
She loved men. She had no problem with any of that. She
yeah.
was just a powerful, smart woman, Rita Hayworth.
She's actually Mexican, by the way.
Well,
Um,
whatever. I don't care about that. But I'm just saying that
well, I mean,
that is
I'm not
a
saying that's the problem. It's just she's Mexican, and then she actually, sadly, she died. Um, she had
Alcoholism.
mental problems later in her life. Yeah, and she died
mhm.
quite sadly. But she is like, I mean, just look at her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, and it is interesting. I get Booster's uncomfortability of showing beautiful women. He's having problems. But for
Yeah, I
me,
gotta.
for
I'll have to
me,
excuse myself soon.
yeah,
Goodness
bye.
me.
But for me, the point more than anything is that these women were capable.
Oh yeah.
They were hard. They were go getters and they were hardworking. They were capable.
There were triple threats.
They were.
I
They
can't.
most certainly were.
There was an actress. I can't remember her name right now. It's bothering me that I can't remember her name. Who actually did inventing and patents on the side and was extremely
Oh, I
smart.
know who. Yeah, the
What's her name?
module.
Oh, flap. Anyway, but she was beautiful and um brilliant at the same time.
Oh,
So
it's not a bad choice at all there, Eric.
Katie Lamar.
Oh, Hedy
Hedy
Lamar.
Lamar. Hedy Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. She's the one who's responsible for Wi-Fi and getting
Yep.
our phones.
Yep. She's. I mean, look at her. She's not
Exotic.
unattractive at all.
Nah. But I mean, it is interesting, right? Because these ladies are not necessarily super tall, but they're fit, and we're seeing so many of these actresses these days. They're just these shrunk, no neck things, dude. I don't understand why that is the body form that Hollywood is going after. I mean, because you can complain about faces, whether it be the wide chisel ice cutting jaws like Brie Larson, or the horse face
Chester.
thing that we have to go with.
Chester.
Yes.
I would say Cousting, and that's all I would leave it at.
Yeah, but I mean, well, then why aren't the producers having a better taste then? I mean, if you gotta lay into a lady, make sure she's at least a hottie. What the hell is it? 30 seconds or what the hell?
Everybody
Goodness
has their own
gracious.
taste. Look at
Well, yeah, but in the end, I'm right and they are wrong. How's that? Let's take that. Let's
okay,
take that
we'll,
approach.
we'll we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. But anyway, I think we went a little bit off the reservation, just a little bit.
Oh yeah, we went off the reservation, off the cliff, into the ocean.
You're
It's never a bad time when you get to look at beautiful women, whatever
Yeah.
in the age they are.
That's right. Yeah, even women agree. But you're right, model. That's why Booster is being so angsty. I didn't show any Ezra Miller. You're right.
Ah,
Right.
yes,
That's what it is.
yeah,
They need.
that's a
It'll,
sort of beautiful woman.
mhm.
Yvonne
You know what?
DiCarlo, yeah, Lily Monster
He probably
herself,
would.
dude. Yeah.
With
Yeah,
that jaw of Israel's, he probably would be a beautiful woman by Hollywood standards.
Today, yeah, you're right, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, actually, Yvonne DiCarlo, the lady who did Lily Monster, and I don't think that's her original name. I think that's a stage name. But Yvonne, her story is very interesting, actually. I'm sure some of you have seen them, but there's I don't know what channel it is, but there is some channel or a collection of YouTube channels that talk about all these old Hollywood actors and give their life story and biographies type of thing. And I've watched a bunch of them, and Yvonne DiCarlo's is probably the most interesting. I mean, talk about struggle, dude. Damn. But love me some Lily Monster though. She was awesome. Anyway, we do need to get out of here. Tomorrow, keep in mind that, of course, we will do our comics news in the morning as we always do. Excuse me, early evening. But then at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be having the ultimate edition of Drawn and Quartered, and we shall be doing gore porn. Gore porn. It should be good.
So,
It should be
so
good.
the Hollywood
Mhm.
edition. Yep,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so this is the end of the show.
Yes, it is, George.
Okay, great. I got like a huge list of commentary that I've been making notes throughout the whole show. I'd like to start now. Is that possible?
Go ahead, George.
All right. We're going to start off with the first news item. It was a little weak. The delivery was nice. The handoff from one commentary to the other was okay. I give it about 6.
Okay.
The next,
Out of 6, right?
yeah, out of 6.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. The next one, which was more interesting, it was okay. The commentary was nice. Dinale dropped in. There was a nice camaraderie. I give it about a 3.
Out of 3.
Yeah, out of 3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it started to go all downhill when you start talking about Disney and all these offerings and all the streaming stuff. No one's going to pay $40 for that streaming stuff. It's insane. And the only the only company that's going to survive the entire streaming wars is the company that actually creates new content. Aged content does not sell well, especially stuff like South Park. South Park's very old now. The only South Park is new South Park. Everybody's so used to South Park. Everybody knows South Park. Are they going to sit back and actually watch South Park all over again? Or Saved by the Bell or anything like that? No.
I'm still waiting for the pa-dum dump. Where is it? Go ahead.
Oh no, this is commentary.
I see commentary.
If you want a joke? I gotta. That's my other list. Okay, now this whole thing about the women. Okay, oh my gosh, where do I begin? It's all nice.
All right, thank you all very much for joining us today. I do appreciate it. It has been a great show, guys. It's very, we love doing the news and having you guys over here. We love you. We love you being involved with everything we do. And you're right, Eric. Yvonne also played in the 10 Commandments as Moses' wife. She actually did a lot of stuff. It was very interesting. But thank you very much, Slick. Thank you, George. Thank you, Dinale. And, oh, God, thanks, Booster. But I'm going to let us get out of here right now. And, George, thank you. It was wonderful, George.
My list.
No, I'm pretty sure we're done. Dinale, take us out of here.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Comics News today. Go watch Blacklist Universe Drawn and Quarter and see how they fail, and come back to the real show, the Ultimate Edition, tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. But as always, your perception,
baby.
But as always, your perception shapes your reality. So always make it a good one.
Namaste.
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 South Park forever.
South Park forever. I'm still waiting, guys. One of these days, Denali is actually going to have rhythm and be in time with his namaste. We'll see.
Later,
One day.
everyone.
Later.
Aloha.
Aloha.